Hello everyone and welcome back to Chemin Vers Growth. So after a long 5 months of silence and uncertainty, I'm finally sharing my roller coaster journey to getting Canadian permanent residency. And if you're navigating the same path and wondering when you will be moving on to the next step, trust me, you're not alone. So grab a coffee because this is a story of ups, downs, and never giving up. Like everyone who applied and is applying for permanent residency, I wanted the process to be fast and smooth. I had already imagined getting PR in under a year through the fastest pathway, express entry. I had already even planned out my life and all the things I wanted to do after that 1 year. But little did I know that it would be pushed to up to 3 years. My name is Carmela, and this is my story of how I finally became a Canadian permanent resident after 3 years of trying. So I graduated in April 2022 and immediately applied for my post-graduation work permit. I was so eager to get the ball rolling that I didn't even wait for my graduation certificate. As soon as I was done with my final exam, I requested a proof of completion letter, and it is what I used to apply for my post-graduation work permit. By June 2022, I had the post-graduation work permit in hand and was ready for the next phase of my life. I applied for jobs and finally got one, but when I asked if they supported PR, crickets. No answer. I still kept working. At that time, I began studying French when I was off work because I knew that I needed a plan B. Well, just in case HR finally got back to me saying they did not support PR. So I worked and studied full-time for a year, and in June 2023, a whole year later, I took the TEF exam. That exam was long and difficult. 3 months later, HR finally got back to me, saying they did not support PR. I didn't like the job anyway, but stayed until I found something else. And then I quit. Still, taking French classes and studying the whole time. November 2023, I found another job and once again asked about PR support. Once more, no answer. These employers really knew how to trick people into employment. The plus side was that with this job, I worked only twice a week. That's right, twice a week. So I had lots of time to study. It was a live-in caregiver position, as I thought I would try this as a plan C, another faster way to PR, because at the time, Canada did have a caregiver pilot program. I continued studying French, this time aiming for the TCF exam, which many said was much easier than the TEF exam. Fast forward to June 2024, I took the TCF exam. I passed all 3 parts except the listening part. I missed by just 1 single point. That stung. By the way, if you want a deep dive on how I finally passed the TCF exam on my 3rd try, click the link in the description below. So, July 2024, the second job confirmed, no PR support. Again, another job that had wasted my time. All good. At least I was able to study even more. I quit and decided to get another one. And then in August 2024, I struck gold. I finally found a company that supported PR. And then September 2024, I took the TCF exam again and wow, I passed. I got above the pass mark in all 4 parts. My results came out on October 4th, 2024. And next day, October 5th, 2024, I submitted my PR application. 5 days later, October the 10th, 2024, I got my invitation to apply, and by October 30th, 2024 still, I had submitted all the required documents. The total fee was $1,500 for processing and proof of PR, but I paid only the $1,000 processing fee and decided to pay the rest later. There is an option to do this, though. The wait for the next step felt like forever. Finally, 6 weeks later, on December 10th, 2024, I received my biometrics request letter and submitted it on December 13th. Then the second part of the wait came. Finally, February 13th, 2025. I got a request letter for the remaining payment of $500 for the proof of permanent residency fee. I made the $500 payment, and the next day, February 14th, 2025, I received my final decision. The same day, the Portal 1 email came, and 3 days later, I received the Portal 2 email, February the 17th. Everything came in so fast. I was so happy. And then the wait began again. March, April, I started to grow impatient, so I traveled out of the country between April 1st and April 15th. Before leaving, of course, I did let IRCC know of the day that I would be returning to Canada. April 15th, I returned, informed IRCC, and things resumed. Back to P1, people. Don't be impatient like me, just wait. Anyways, P1 email arrived April 15th and P2 arrived April 17th, 2025. Then came the next part of the wait. Finally, 3 weeks later, May 17, 2025, I received my confirmation of PR, Eco-PR, as it's known. I was so ecstatic, I did a little happy dance in the living room, and then it was back to baseline. This time, it was the final wait, PR card. Honestly, waiting's not easy. However, every day millions of temporary residents, just like myself, go on this journey to permanent residency. The road is never straight, but with patience and faith, we're all able to achieve this. I truly hope my story inspires you, and if you have any questions, thoughts, comments about your journey, please feel free to write it down below. I always love to hear from you. And if you like this video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe to join the family. À bientôt!